Have you ever spent hours studying just to forget everything the next day? Well, you're not alone. Many students struggle with focusing and remembering what they actually study. Well, don't you worry. Today, I'm going to introduce some of the most powerful studying techniques to make you study smarter and not harder. These techniques are used by top students of top schools and universities, and they're also backed by science. So let's get started. First technique is the Pomodoro technique. This technique helps you manage your study time by breaking it down into manageable sessions. Here's how it works. You're going to set a timer for 25 minutes. What this helps you do is you're going to focus on one task and one task only. You do not need to do a lot of tasks as one because one, you don't have enough time and you're going to get distracted. Another tip that I would suggest, don't listen to music. You can listen to white noise, which actually helps you focus more. After you focus for the 25 minutes, set a 5-minute timer. During these 5 minutes, you're going to sit down, you can take a rest, scroll on your phone, do whatever you need to, but only for 5 minutes. After that break is over, go back to setting your 25-minute timer and working on another task. You should repeat the cycle around 4 times. After the 4 cycles, you can finally take a longer break of up to 15 minutes to half an hour. You may ask, why does this even work? Research actually shows that our brain gets tired after doing too much work for too long. By taking these breaks, you reset your focus and you avoid burnout. If you ever find yourself zoning out while you're studying, try the Pomodoro technique and see how much you can get done and how productive you can be. If your brain cannot focus on these tasks, there is really no use in studying. That's why Pomodoro technique works and you really should try it out. We've covered focus. Let's move on to a technique that improves memory retention, also known as active recall. The second technique is called active recall. Now, most students mostly always think that rereading their notes or rewriting them again is good, but it's actually the most least effective way of studying. It actually shows that it's a passive learning tool, which means that it creates an illusion of knowing without truly engaging with the material, which means that you may think that you're studying and you're remembering these things, but you're not, because when it truly comes for the exam that you've been waiting for, you think you know everything, but you don't. Reading or rewriting your notes actually leads to long-term poor retention and poor recall. Technique forces your brain to retrieve information, which strengthens memory. How does that work? Close your book, stop reading your notes, open a fresh page, and write down everything that you already know and recall from your memory about the subject or the topic. Remember key points as this helps. Now, you can actually use AI to help you with this. Go on ChatGPT and write down everything that you recalled from your memory. Ask ChatGPT to tell you what you missed. After having everything that you missed, you need to make flashcards. Write down everything that you missed, or you can also ask ChatGPT to make you practice questions or find some online and put them on your flashcards. It really depends what you're focusing on. You can either put information on your flashcards or questions to test yourself, but I would personally recommend questions for active recall. To review only what you got wrong, not what you already remember. If you do what you already remember, you're going to waste time and effort. Keep doing this until you're happy with the information that you have and that you know that you are satisfied with how much you know about a certain topic or subject. They show that testing yourself and asking yourself questions is far more effective than rereading your notes or reviewing information. This technique does make studying more challenging, but it also makes it more effective. You remember information for longer, and it also helps when it's time for your exams. Now, as we come closer to the end of this video, let's conclude. The first technique that we tried was the Pomodoro technique, where you set timers and allow your brain to rest between studying. And the second technique that was active recall that improves your memory retention. Why don't you try combining both of these techniques the next time you study to see if you're more effective and productive? If you found this video helpful, make sure to share it with people who would need it and like it. Just remember, study smarter, not harder.